this is a little Dartmoor Hill pony, but it's, you know, very much like a Dartmoor except the merely mountain around the eyes, but the build and structure of it's much the same anyway. Come here, my baby. This all's come to us for training with the purpose of being sold. It's a very rare thing that someone will invest the money so that it's got a future, because it, you know, the child outgrew the pony, so they've sent it and to give it. Also, they said that although it's a child's pony, the child needs to be competent to ride, so therefore it cuts the amount of people down. You know, for a beginner it wouldn't be very good perhaps, but a lovely pony, nice. When it come, it was a little bit like that, a little bit bullish, and we've, you know, settled it down and made it bomb proof for what's it. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things we do that we can't, you know, it's not that we can't show you everything, it's the time to make these films that takes forever. So I'm just going to show you now what we do. So we drop the rope down, tell her to stand still. We'll take some of these things, you know, people put them in the garden, yeah, and they blow in the wind, you know, like that. Stand still, baby. Stand still, my darling. Let me just put them one there like that. Stand still. And the horse, you know, the pony won't move, it will just stand there and accept them. Not because, oh baby, not because I'm a wonderful horse breaker or anything like that, or a trainer particularly. It's just what you got to do with these horses is make them understand that things are not going to hurt them. That's their main fear, that it's going to hurt, yeah? So she'll stand there with them blowing around, and she'll not move. There's other horses in the background here that have just come back from a drive out. So little baby child, she'll stand there like that. I can do other things with her whilst that's as it is. Oh my darling, stand still. Stand still, babe. So if I take this piece of plywood, stand still, baby, and I put it on its back there, just rest it on there, which is an unusual thing, isn't it? I mean, you know, a saddle you can understand, but this to the horse. And obviously with that eye, if you read your books, it can see over this quarter, the opposite quarter. With this eye, it can see over this quarter. So it can definitely see that rocking about, and it can feel it on its back. And when I just push it away, pony, I'm not restricting it, but it's not upset, it's just made a clatter on the ground, and it don't. So breaking horses, or training, or whatever you want to say, some people get annoyed when I say breaking. I suppose that's the term that was used in my day, breaking. So when we say about breaking horses, come on baby, come on, that's it. Oh baby, about breaking, you notice as well, there's no snorting or blowing, there's no you know, uptight, being worried. Now you want to get them so that they're just happy to accept things, you know, and it takes a long time. So training horse for driving is not putting it between the shafts. That is a very minor part of it. You've got to make them 100% safe to be on the public highway. And they say, well, whatever has that got to do with the public highway? Well, if something come blowing down the road in its face, a coloured piece of paper, you know, plastic bag, shopping bags, stuff that people throw out of motor cars, and it's a windy day, this can come up. You see these spinning. Now I'll just drop the rope, she'll stand there, because we've taught her to have the confidence. And these little darling, they want to be safe, confident and happy. Most importantly happy. Well, you can't say that she's not happy or stressed or upset by what we're asking her to do. You know, we don't want any of that. We just want her to be as happy as she possibly can be doing the job that we're asking her to do. So that's one thing we do. And we have other stuff as well that we use, like these here are quite good. I'll just bring this one over and show you. So we also have these things, you know, these whirly bits. Come up, darling. And I want to be able to put that all over her back, yeah, so she can see it spinning round the front of her, all over her, down her quarters, yeah, so that anything's not going to bother her. That's the important thing, you know, around her feet. All of this is part of what we do here at All Strong Promotions, and I suppose that's what perhaps that's why we have a waiting list, I suppose, because it's not a case of just putting them between the shafts. That is not a minor part, it's a major part, but it's certainly not the end job. They want to be quiet and sensible, any of these horses that we do. So this one here, you can see that, I'll put it right on her nose, up between there, make that, you can probably hear the noise there of it. And she won't bother at all. Lovely things these are, because they can't hurt them, see. If they jump about, or, you know, when you're first trying it and move a bit quickly, there's nothing there that's going to hurt them, you know, at all. You must never hurt them. It's never force them to do anything. You've got to kid them. You know, we're supposed to be the ones with all the brain, so use your brain just to do anything. It doesn't matter what you do, but obviously if a bag blew round the street, if you look now, there's a lovely thing here. This horse has got his leg at rest, yeah? Although this is actually around the foot that it's got, you know, that's resting. You know, the leg that's resting. And that's lovely. And if I put it up between there, the front legs, wrap it round them, do whatever. This doesn't happen overnight, obviously. There's a lot of training goes into it. But the fact is, she's confident, right? And we want them safe, confident, and happy in any sphere of harness work. I've always said that all the time I've been breaking horses, or training them, or gentling them, whatever you want to call it. But if we just do that, put that all over its head, see, they just stand there, don't care. So when you want a pony to be, when I do that, making a noise with it, really don't care. I don't know if you can hear that, but it makes a little bit of noise as it goes through. Obviously they hear it a lot better than we do, because they've got the ears for it. What I'm going to show you now is something else we do. We've got mechanical bits as well, see, that we use. So if I just bring her up to our scary man here, push this in place, yeah, and turn it on. All right, my darling, stand still, baby. Stand still, baby, just go back a bit. Ah, that's it, there's baby. We do that like that. Whoop. Stand still, baby, that's it. And even if I let it deflate a bit and put it under her belly a little bit so it'll blow up and touch her as it comes on. Stand still, bud. Stand still. Put that on again. So you can see, you know, when we train them, all these things, everything we do, no, you're not going to see a scarecrow in the middle of the road, are you? Obviously, you know, battery operated, you're not going to see it. But at the same time, if anything blows, anything unusual, when you get to this standard, they're hardly going to look at any roadworks, cones, dustbins. Not going to bother, are they? Because they've seen far, far more, and things that would be frightening to us. So in that respect, stand back, babe. Go back, darling. Go back, go back, go back. And it all starts, you know, with this little simple thing I'll do with them. Come back, Come back, come back, stand still. I've got to stand there on a slack line. Now this one obviously does it, but when you've got a youngster in, which majority of ours are, I mean obviously some of them are older, and they've got to be standing there. And also what I'm going to just let that rope go, I'm going to go and get a bit of temptation, a nice apple, you know. Yeah, my baby, what's this? No, leave it. No, 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 leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. So I'll just get this apple as a bit of temptation. Give her a little bite. Oh, lovely. That's nice, yeah? So I'll tell her to stand still. She's just had a bite of the apple, and she'll stand there till I say, come on in. Come on. Whoa. Stand. And she's still, hey. Go back. Stand still. So all I do is change my tone. Hey. Give an instruction voice. Go back. Go back. That's it. Stand still. Stand still. Stand still. Go back. Stand still. Hey! So, give an instruction voice. You can see the piece of apple here. She'd like to come and get it, but she's got to stand there. So that's basically what I'm doing. So, what that proves to you is she's doing what she's told. What she's asked to do, she's doing. She's not being restrained with a bridle and reins and a big lump of metal in its mouth. None of that. Just standing there because I've asked her to. Yeah? And then I still won't give her a reward. I don't use rewards. I'm just showing you with an apple. Obviously, it's very tempting to not do as you're asked, isn't it? You know, it's like a kiddie in the sweet shop. Hey, go back. Go back. As soon as she doesn't do as I've asked her, I'll just put her back into place, let her stand there. And then I'll call her to me a little way like this. Look, come on. Come up. Come on. Whoa. Stand. Stand still. You do. Stand still. You. Go back. Go back. Go back and stand still. So she can see this. Bring her up. Come up. Walk. Whoa. Stand still. That's what I want. Stand still. Oh. Okay. There's a baby. So all the things we do here, it's basically, that's the first thing we do with any horse. Most horses that come is that stand still, do as you're told. But we don't do it with an apple and reward them. They've got to do it just because they're asked. Then after that we give them a bucket of grub to look at, and we can get horses to stand there, look at the grub on the floor, you know, the short feed in a bucket, let them have a taste of it, let them have just one little mouthful so they know what it is, or even just smell it, and then tell them to stand and wait till they're told to move forward, right? And even then we can stop them before they get to the bucket, and even then we can get them their head over the bucket without eating it until they're said, go on, that's okay, carry on. Yeah. So that's, you know, it's not just a case of putting them in the shelves, it's getting them ready for anything that might happen to them in the future, you know, anything that might frighten them or anything, and loving them, you know, just love them, don't push them, don't hurt them, and move at the pace they can. You know, we turn them around in 6 weeks as an average. They're never normally done before, and they never normally go over. We have a program we do, but each one's an individual, and you've got to set the program to that pony. So yeah, this is Red. People are going to come and have a look at it today, I think. So, you know, we don't sell horses at all. It's just that this one, the lady spent the money having it all done, and obviously that's a lovely thing. So that's what we've done. Okay.